Hello, I'm from Mavenir Systems, and I have here two iPhones 5S running iOS8. And what I like to do today is show you the new feature announced by Apple called Wi-Fi calling. Both phones have a T-Mobile US SIM in there, and both phones are roaming into the Netherlands, where I make this movie. One phone is set to manual roaming onto KPN Netherlands network, and this phone is roaming onto T-Mobile Netherlands. So that's the default roaming for T-Mobile US phones coming into the Netherlands. Let me show you the feature where it shows up into the menus. So here you see the menu for settings, and you see here something particular is that it's not connecting to the carrier T-Mobile Netherlands, but to T-Mobile Wi-Fi. It has to do with the fact that it's already in the background connecting to the T-Mobile US network over Wi-Fi. But let's go into the phone settings and disable the Wi-Fi calls. And what you will notice is that, if I go back here, the carrier changed from T-Mobile Wi-Fi to T-Mobile, meaning that it's just cellular roaming on the phone. So to show you that this phone is really connected to the network, I will make a call from this phone to that phone, and say make an ordinary call from one phone to another phone. So nothing special about it, but just to show you that it's all real. So this phone is now searching the other phone and looking up the data where this phone is, and the call will come in. Here you see it's the phone number, Texas number, because both phones come out of Texas. So nothing spectacular here, so one phone can call the other. But let's switch on the Wi-Fi calling on this phone, and then show you that Wi-Fi calling is really working. Go to Wi-Fi calls here, switch it on. Go back into settings menu, and wait for the carrier. You saw the carrier changing from T-Mobile to T-Mobile Wi-Fi. Let again make the call. And what you will notice that the setup time for the call is even faster than into roaming cases. So the next thing what I like to show you is that this is real over Wi-Fi, is to put this phone into airplane mode, switch on the Wi-Fi, and that I'm not tricking the system. So again, then connect to T-Mobile US network, even in Wi-Fi mode, even without the normal phone being connecting to the home network here. So the nice thing here is that you see it's still connecting to it for the Wi-Fi. It's in airplane mode here, but still showing T-Mobile Netherlands in roaming case. So it recognizes that it's still in the Netherlands and showing the carrier network here in the Netherlands. But you see there's no cellular network on, it's in airplane mode, and still I can make calls. Let's make the call. You see it working. So that's working. But let's also now switch on the other phone, the Wi-Fi calling. This one is in KPN, roaming onto KPN network. But if I switch on this one, the Wi-Fi calls, you see something nice happening. You see the carriers KPN Netherlands also on the top, but now you see changing to T-Mobile Wi-Fi here, the carrier, but also on the top T-Mobile Wi-Fi. So when it's not roaming into one of the brands of T-Mobile, it's changing, replacing the brand from the local carrier to T-Mobile Wi-Fi. Also texting is working. Let me send a text message from this phone, not in iMode, it's to an iPhone, but to another phone, because otherwise it will be using iMessage, and that's not what you're interested in. But just let's send a message to another phone I have, Samsung 31655. Texting. Send. Bring in this phone. You see, message coming in, iOS 8 on this phone. So thanks everybody. These are the features I wanted to show you. Also, texting is working in Wi-Fi mode, so without even having the carrier network on. So you can make calls, receive calls on Wi-Fi with this new feature of Apple. Thanks.